fire them the roof style stuff. On it, grind like we're chasing the stars. From Millmore to Dew Valley, we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie and Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we give it all. From Millmore to Dew.
Good evening and welcome to Terrace Talk. I'm your host, King Bush, and tonight we have got Adam with us. Hello, Adam. How are you doing?
All right, buddy. Yeah, all the best. Great, thanks.
Good, good. We've got John with us as well.
Hello.
And Bez, who's my mum seems to like.
He's getting line.
Yeah, so obviously tonight's show is obviously just about the mighty Rotherham. So we're going to start off really and discuss obviously how pre-season's gone or not gone. So obviously we got beat 4-1 by Accrington. So start with you, Adam. What were your views on the performance, and did you see any green shoots that we can be positive about?
Unfortunately, well, I went to the game. Apart from Dango in the first half, he showed a lot of good touches. He saw the areas. With regards to the game, no positives at all. Absolutely shocking. Dawson in there. There were 4 or 5 shots. He should have easily. I mean, 2 at goals. He should have easily saved them. There were a couple who were palming out. If their strikers were better, they could have gone in. Obviously, we signed Can. Why only give Can 78? Can came on in 78 minutes for 12 minutes. He's not paid the previous game. He's hardly featured. If we're signing him, obviously somebody scouted him. Somebody thinks he's decent. Why not put him in for a game? Dawson seems to start every single game. Well, obviously plays the most games. Are we still testing Dawson? What's the situation? Why is Can not featuring?
I think he's nailed his colours to the mast with Dawson. I think he's got, if he rates him, I honestly believe, I'm sure rates him.
Yeah.
I'll give you a stat here. He's faced 14 shots in his last 2 games and conceded 8 goals.
Yeah.
It's a worry. It's a worry. Bez, I think
the thing we can do, is, I think he's only been brought in as a backup, to be honest with you. I think I get the impression that I'm sure I probably don't trust him enough to be at number 1 just yet. And if you look at his record, he's not played. I don't think he's played for West Brom at all. He's only played for Yeovil, I think it is, and obviously last season it was Forest Green. And I think he only played a handful of games for Forest Green. So to shove him straight in to a League One side,
you can shove him in for a bit, can't you? See what he's about.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Said he's good enough.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you. Is he not, like, the thing with Dawson, the more he plays, maybe the more confident he'll become, and that's why he's probably picking him week after week. I don't really know. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, I guess.
Can is a Matt Amshaw signing. So surely, if you've signed him, you've got to at least try and. I mean, if he's a young keeper and you're developing, he needs game time as well as a young keeper.
Yeah.
You need game time, and if, like you say, if he's not getting it in pre-season, when is he going to get it? We don't go on big cup runs, do we? So he's not going to get much time.
Like it's obvious Dawson will start first game of season, but like last game, or why not give Can a full game, see what he's about? Obviously, somebody's come in scouting department, and Warrington's obviously got the last word and said, "Yeah, he's a good keeper." That's why we're signing him. Surely, we could have got somebody else. Like
he did play against Harrogate full game.
Did he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He were decent, so why not put him against somebody better? Put him against Sheffield United to see what he's about. We all know, and surely I'm sure knows what Dawson's about. He's been there half a season. He knows what Dawson can do. Why not bring Can in, see what Can do?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the manager and I've signed a new keeper, I've got 2 keepers. It's pre-season. I'm giving them a half each.
Exactly.
In the games.
Yeah.
Getting equal length of time. The keeper's getting experience, and it also gives him chance to say if he's good enough. He's got the number 1 shirt, because I think he's just come accepting his number 2. This lad, from
Yeah,
what it is, right?
Yeah, that's the concern. Is there's no real competition for Dawson.
Yeah. So, John, what about you? What were your thoughts?
I've only just watched the highlights on the way home today, so yeah, I think the lads have made a good point about defense is going to take a little bit of time to gel. Goalkeeper, I think, objectively speaking, are we in the stage as Rotherham fans where we're so used to Victor being so fast for us that nobody's meeting that level, and we have to kind of lower our expectations a little bit here?
Yeah, because the Hull fans have really taken to Phillips so far.
Yeah, he's actually done really well pre-season.
I actually
apparently.
rated Phillips. Like, I know he had a bad second half of season, but generally, I actually rated him when he was at Charlton. He was an excellent goalkeeper. You know, when they won promotion, when they beat Sunderland, so I actually rated him. I've always preferred Phillips over Dawson personally. So I was a little bit gutted that he actually left, and obviously we ended up with Dawson.
Yeah, I just think I don't know if our expectations are too high, and we're like, oh, he's not Johansson, and we're conceding 3 or 4 goals. I think as a fan base, we need to kind of be like, okay, this is what we've got. Let's just deal with it.
It's a difficult one because, like you said, he was so good, and the bar is so high. But I don't think the defence are helping the keepers either. So it's not just purely goalkeeper.
Again, it's going to take time, right? We're not going to say we're going to be, not shipping goals. That's not going to happen. We're going to concede goals. That defence will come good. I feel like it will.
So, Adam, you said Dango. Would you say he was the standout at the weekend?
Yeah, I think Dango was the best. I mean, apart from him, the new signing from Celtic was in Ori's position. I think Jules, he seems a bit out of position. But Dango, I think the touches he were having, I mean, I watched the whole game. Dango was in the first half. Obviously, when Go came and he got injured straight away, I'm thinking, all Port Vale fans are coming on our chat thinking he's doing the same as what he did there. And then he went missing, didn't he? He got a little toe injury or something, went missing, went back to Man U. He come back for the last game at Rotherham season, and I thought he were class. And now we've re-signed him, and he was best player. His touches, he's only a little lad. Get him in front. Obviously, we're going to see what we play, Ndombe and Ewell. Get him behind them, feeding balls through. You can tell he's got a good education of football. I mean, he's not Man U ex-captain at youth team for nothing, and they keep giving him contracts when obviously Man U can attract anyone and release them and that. So I think, Go were good. I think Dawson were terrible. Obviously, the Celtic centre-back, he were decent, but he had a lot of... I mean, Accrington strikers look like they look like Messi and Ronaldo against...
I think the defence in general don't look good for me, because I think if you've got a back three and you've got this young 20-year-old who's hardly played, who's like the centre of the back three, you've got Joe Rafferty, who's the right side. I don't think he played on Saturday, did Joe Rafferty, but he would know the right side. Then the left is Zach. Yeah, then the left side is Zach Jules. So Zach Jules was relatively average, I thought, last season. I'm not saying he was terrible, but he was quite average. When I saw the Celtic lad at Harrogate away, I do think he's got potential, and he's quite composed on the ball, a bit like Humphreys. I felt like he kept mistimed his jumps when he kept jumping for headers. That's what I found. And then you look at Rafferty, and Rafferty's a right back. He's not really a centre back, in my opinion. So is that really going to work? Where you've got a young lad, then you've got like a right back at right centre back, and then if Jules don't play, that left centre back's going to be Reece James. So I'm concerned that we're not really playing with central defenders. That does concern me quite a lot. What are your thoughts on
yeah,
that?
I think he's still after another one, isn't he? I think he said the other day.
He is, yeah. He is,
yeah. Obviously, we've lost as best centre-back that we had last season. And for me, we've lost as best striker. So are we stronger than last year? I don't know. I think it could be a tough season for us, to be honest with
you.
There's
just on to comments, Bushy, there's a Joshua Caswell. We should start Can. His only problem is distribution, but I couldn't give to be honest, we should just play it short.
And
just going back to the
more clean sheets so far than Dawson. So yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like, because I've just seen earlier today, Rafferty's been confirmed captain, so I'm presuming he's going to be starting.
Well, we've got the Warney lovers in the chat. Wouldn't be losing like this if Warney was manager.
Yes, we would.
Well, Hamshaw's a carbon copy of Paul Warning, sir. They're the same sort of manager, same type of manager, in my opinion.
So, all right, Bushy lad. Yes, I'm good.
I personally, with regards to the
fans saying hello to me because they usually hate me, or they've got pictures of me on the phone, which is a bit strange. But yeah.
With regards to the Can situation, I know you're saying to give him a chance, and I get that in pre-season completely. I'd be really wary of starting him in a league game, personally.
Yeah. Of course, definitely,
Just because he's not really played first team football, and when he has, it's actually non-league anyway. So even though I'm not happy with Dawson, I think I'd rather stick with Dawson to start off with at least.
Well, presuming as well,
I agree.
Warrington and Amshaw must rate Dawson. Otherwise, why not bring another keeper?
That's what I said. They haven't signed a first choice keeper, so he rates him. So
he must be amazing in training, thinking, he's our number one going through season.
But then again,
I'm sure it's a good point. Well, what with Dawson like? So let's face it, Dawson was in a promotion-winning side from League One only 2 years ago. With Sheffield Wednesday. So there must be something there. And I'm pretty sure Wednesday had quite a good defensive record as well that year. Now, I do get a lot of it's based on the central defence as opposed to the goalkeeper, but surely he must have something about him to have won promotion with a League One team. Surely.
But Wednesday fans didn't really rate him. I've got a lot of Wednesday fans as pals, and they say as soon as James, is it Beale came in from the keeper, they said apart from Dawson were good at penalty saves, the rest of it, he were flapping, he were doing this and that.
We've got a comment from Joshua as well. Linked with Martha, he can play left back and centre back.
Yeah, I've seen that
from Ajax. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I mean, this is the difficult thing with Rotherham this season for me. Is we're signing. We can't realistically, as fans, tell you if he's going to be any good. This lad. The same with the Celtic. We've just got to wait and see, haven't we? Really, it's going to be a mixed bag. It's not like we're signing pros that we know
known players. Yeah.
But so, is that a worry for you? So do you see it as? Well, we're signing younger players now. We're signing younger foreign players. So is that a way forward? Or are you concerned that, because we've got no experience in the English league, we could really struggle? Like, which way do you view it at the minute?
I view it as, I think we're putting too much focus on we need young players. Because that's all he's saying. We need young players. We need this. I get it. We do need to bring the squad down, the age down. Absolutely. But for me, above age is ability. We need players with ability. That's what we need. Players who can put the ball in the net, players that can defend. I don't care whether they're 20 or 30. If you sign a 30-year-old and he gets you 25 goals a season, or you're getting a 17-year-old that you can develop, that you're going to have to sell anyway if he has a good season. But for me, I think Hamshaw is hell-bent on, I've got to have a young team. And I think he's doing that purely to try and get himself out of jail. Because he's saying, I'm building a young squad here, a young lad. And I think that's what we're going to hear throughout the season. I hope I'm wrong. I'm a Rotherham fan. and I don't care. I get loads of abuse online, and it doesn't bother me. Yeah, because I want what's best for Rotherham United, same as all you do. We don't have the same opinions, but the fact is, the end goal is we want Rotherham to be successful, right or wrong. We do, don't we?
Yeah.
So what? Okay. So what? Just change to it slightly. So what's your thoughts on? So we've all had a dig at Tony Stewart, but this is going to be our third signing where we've probably spent 250 grand on, on free signings. Is that a step forward, or is that not enough?
You said step forward. We don't know. Like, if they've got the recruitment spot on and these players are quality and they turn out to be quality, then we say it's a masterstroke. And you've got to praise the chairman because he's then put the money in. We can't always blame the chairman for everything. But the fact is, I think the problem with the chairman is he's very blinkered. We've got people like Paul Douglas there who's stealing a living, absolutely stealing a living. The club is run like shambles off the pitch, and the fans are getting ripped off left, right, and centre, and nobody seems to care. You get told, you're moaning about stuff, but at the end of the day, that's my thoughts, and not everybody shares them. I'm not the biggest Tony Stewart fan. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, everyone praises we've got this stadium. We pay higher than Premiership clubs for the rent at that stadium. That's why we moved out of Millmore, because we were paying high rent. We're paying triple that now. Yeah. And the stadium has not been maintained. We're not maintaining that stadium. No. We've got training facilities that Maltby Main would be ashamed of. Not Rotherham United. Maltby Main would be ashamed of them. They're absolutely embarrassing. And for the manager to come out and say anything different is just an absolute joke. We've got reporters like Paul Davis, another one, stealing a living, blocks Rotherham United fans, proper fans. Mate, they pay your wages. They're the only people that read the Rotherham Advertiser. Nobody else is going to read that paper other than Rotherham fans. So I just don't get it. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent a bit there. But
we've got a comment, Lee, from Ed. You don't get out of that league with a young team. You need a good blend of experience, youth, flair, and workhorses.
Exactly. Spot on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't just do it with young kids at any level. What team really, other than, you don't win anything with kids and then Man U go and win it, but it's very rare, isn't it, where a team of young kids all come through and they smash it. You need that experience. We have got some experienced players.
I was going to say, we still got experienced players.
But they've let us down. Yeah. They've got no credit in the bank with us. Last season was a disgrace. Those players were a disgrace. Some of them didn't deserve to get paid on weeks.
Exactly. Look at Liam Kelly.
Yeah, Liam Kelly. But Matt Shaw's coming out and said, you'll get the minimum you'll get is effort from me. I can't promise results. What were the effort on against Accrington? That was embarrassing, mate. It's friendly, but it's embarrassing. I went to the game when we played Mansfield and we threw that game away and they bottled it second half. So don't talk to me about you'll get effort because you bottled it. If it weren't for Malik Wilkes, we'd have got spanked that day. Absolutely smoked off the pitch. But we've got another from Sam. Just wait till Sam Nunn believes on a freebie. That's
or Powell.
Yeah, because they're coming again. We're terrible at contracts.
Yeah.
He should have been offered a new contract first thing this season, Sam Nombre, after scoring them goals last season. Get him tied down. You can put a release clause in there, get him to sign, even if you pay him above what we can really afford. If your plan is to sell him for a profit, you're not going to be paying them wages forever.
Yeah. Just going back to your point, Dave. I think there is some positive in it, actually. We must have got some new scouts because how suddenly we're signing players from Holland. When last time we signed some players from overseas who signed, we must have got some new scouts. There must be something going off because normally when do Rotherham sign players from overseas who were last one?
That's one I can remember with Gisbert Boss.
So something must be progressing on the scouting department because it used to be absolutely horrendous that we used.
And I think it is a positive that we are getting them. But I think we do need a mixture. I think Ed was right with his comment. What else have we got in the comments?
Joe Powell will leave this window without a doubt.
Nah,
Powell,
no, he's not. I don't think he's not done it. Look, Joe Powell had a good season last season, and we've all seen that stat which says he created the most chances in the league, or second most, whatever it was. But
Yeah.
I don't think he did enough to warrant a championship move. Like, if Howell left, I'm disappointed, but I think he can be replaced. So I don't see someone like Charlton have just spent $2 million on that Rob Apter. I think I know he's a different sort of player, but he's twice a player. I think Joe Powell is, to be fair. I can't see that personally happening, Powell to Charlton.
Yeah, who's going to come in with money?
I've got one here for you, Bez, as well. Kelly's decent if he has an energetic midfield in front of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he has done it in the Championship, and at this level. I think Kelly.
Kelly's been quite disappointing, in my opinion. Like, Coventry fans really raved about him when we signed him. He's not really come to fruition at all. There's definitely something there. Like, I don't know if you watch him. He tries to be involved in the game all the time. So every time the ball's at a particular spot on the pitch, so at right back or at left back or wherever, you'll see Kelly within 5 or 10 yards trying to receive the ball and pass it on. So I actually think his work rate is quite good. I don't. Maybe it is just because he's too old. It's just as simple as that. That's why it's not worked out.
Yeah, Joshua again. His passing range is quality. Ripped as a new 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
we go back to the earlier comment about the experience, right? So let's say we're 1-1 at home. We're in the 70th minute. He goes, "Oh, let's bring on Kelly. He could be the difference." Potentially that we could go. You know what? We could get a goal with Kelly on the pitch. We could.
Now he's got the legs around him because it looks like it's going to be a young team. That may be the mixture that we need. We've got a comment as well. What happened to the training ground at Brinsworth? I believe
it got sold.
Land into for how to build houses on it. I think
housing estate. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. That weren't it? I think.
Yeah.
It's only come out this year, though. It's only come out this year. He sold it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was this year.
So, looking at the squad, what do we think we're looking like up top? So we've got Jordan Hugill and Sam Nombe. I'll give you another stat. The 4 strikers we've got contracted to us at the minute, 2 of them are injured. And between all 4 of them for Rotherham last season, all 4 of them produced us 15 goals.
Yeah.
Do you think we've got enough up top this season?
No. Well, I think Hugo got 1 goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got one league goal.
Yeah. He's my boy, Hugo. I want him to do well, man. I want him to do well.
Look, I am a massive Hugo fan as well, to be honest with you. I want to say, I really think you should disregard last season.
I can see it.
Yeah, I think you should disregard last season because, in my opinion, and I love Evans, by the way, I think Evans didn't really treat him very well. And what I mean by that is he'd throw Hugo in, give him 60 minutes, bring him off, and then he'd be dropped for the next game. Now, I know when he scored goals, didn't he, in the Papa John's Trophy, whatever it were called. I think he scored 5 in 3 games. To me, that kind of proves that at that level he can do it. There's no good giving him 60 minutes here and then dropping him and pulling him out. He needs to play 3 or 4 games on the road just to build up fitness and build up confidence. And I felt he never got that last season. Now, I'm not saying that this season he's going to play every game and he's going to do really well. I just think last season he didn't really get much of a chance. That's my thoughts on
Hugo.
I
think we didn't play a system that suits Hugo. You need to get
agreed. Yeah.
We didn't do that at all last season. We had quite 2 greedy players in Wilkes and Nombe that want to take a player on, cut inside and shoot. Whereas this season, I think we're going to get more balls into the box, and I think it'll suit Hugo. He's definitely got the pedigree to score goals at League One level for me.
Agreed. What are your thoughts, John, then? Because, John, you're going to disagree, weren't you? So what were your thoughts?
The thing is, right, last season, Jordan Hugill spent more time kissing the floor than he did celebrating. Let's face it. He did. He was on the floor. Playing in, defenders were pulling him down. He's 6'4". He's built. He shouldn't be falling on the floor on the centre backs. seen it all over Twitter. Yeah, it's going to be the 10, 12, 15 goals this season. Honestly, if he does, I will eat my hat. But I don't think he will.
I agree.
Sorry, Adam. Go on, Adam. Sorry, Adam.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just don't think Hugo's going to produce. I mean, obviously, he's got the pedigree. I mean, West Ham signed him for $8 million. He's gone. Plenty of good clubs have signed him. I remember when Rotherham played Norwich and he came on. He looked absolutely fantastic, bullying our defenders. From what I've seen of him, I mean, I know he's been scoring pre-season. Scored hat-trick.
Harrogate, yeah.
So whether, I mean, what you could say the same about Hugo if he gets the ball. We could have said it about JCH. If Johnson got the ball, he could have scored. And he still scored more than Hugo. Hugo played 28 games last year, scored 1 goal.
How many starts?
I'm just going to read through a few more comments because we've got quite a few coming through. So I want to try and get through them for you. So we've got one here. Barlasser struggled when he first joined, as he had legs.
Completely agree with that, yeah.
Once you surround him with energy, Lindsay and Wiles, he could dictate play. Hopefully, Kelly will be similar. So that's a good point. I agree with that.
I actually remember in League One when Barlasser first signed, I can remember thinking we're not going to keep him. He's going to end up going back to Newcastle and we'll not sign him because he really struggled.
Oh yeah, he was so weak, weren't he, when he first came? Yeah. All this little skinny guy coming, I'm thinking, oh dear. Yeah, I remember that, exactly.
We got one from Joshua. Hugo target player, non-be pressing and being scrappy. They'll bag 30 plus if they get the service. There's a reason Hugo was in the Prem. And that's my Joshua.
Exactly, yeah.
He's a good lad, Joshua. He's got a nice
would you say, so Adam and John, so would you agree that when we signed Hugo, his first 6 months, he was excellent or not? Because I think he was excellent. He kept Rotherham in the Championship.
I think he kept
half a season, he scored 5 or 6 goals. So I actually thought he was excellent in that first, I'd say 10 months, because he also started the following year really well as well. He scored the good goal against Southampton. He scored a great goal against Preston. So he's not just been awful for Rotherham. He has had a good 8, 9, 10 months. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, based on so let's break it down. So last season, awful. Championship season, above average. But with strikers, you want consistency, right? So if we're coming down to League One, he should be scoring goals for absolute fun. He should be. £8 million from West Ham. Yeah, he's not that player anymore, but he should be scoring goals for fun. Not sunbathing on the halfway line, on the floor, complaining to the referee.
Yeah,
but again, I think the good point here is if we get service to him and we can whip that ball in, he'll nod it in.
Yeah, it's all about service. For me, I don't think he got that last season. I don't think it with that type of team. We had, like I said, Wilkes on one side, Nombe on the other. Both didn't want to pass. They wanted to score, take the goal. We need, and I think this year we'll get balls in. And Hugo, I think this season he's going to be a key player for us. I think
it'll be interesting if we are starting with Nombe and Hugo, which preseason suggests we might be. How that will affect Nombe, because Nombe last season he's a more of a in the box, right? He'll linger on in the 6 yard and get those goals. With Hugo next to him, are we going to be looking for the long ball to Hugo, getting on Nombe? Because that's going to be boring as hell.
No, it's going to be very similar play to what Paul Warren did. Let's be real.
Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. I was going to ask Adam actually. So Adam, obviously you went to Accrington. None of us did. When I went to Harrogate, I noticed that Rotherham were trying to flay out from the back a little bit. I don't. Did you see that at Accrington or not?
Yeah, they were. It didn't work. Though. They were trying.
By the way, did you see Doncaster the other day trying to play out from the back?
Yeah, it was a great goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. So because I don't know if that's next season. Is that going to be our thing? We're not going to do long balls. I mean, every time I've seen Rotherham from Victor's era, every time we always play long balls. Evans always used to love the long balls. Are we changing now? Because we've not got the players. I mean, honestly, we've not got the players. We're going to make so many mistakes. Like Dawson trying to pass to Jules, and he's going to trying to pass to Rafferty, and he's
wings,
Yeah, they were trying to, and that's what one at goals resulted in that, because we just can't if that's what Hampshire wants, good luck to him. But I don't think it's going to work trying to pass out front back. But obviously, all the top clubs are doing it. He's trying to implement this. Will it work?
The concern for me is that what I don't want him to do. If he believes that's the way football should be played, he should stick to his guns and play it. Yeah. The worst thing he can do is goes into the first couple of games of the season, plays his own way, they don't pick up results, and then he changes. That'd be disastrous for me.
Yeah, and that's the problem with a young manager. So they haven't built that style, that identity, that their go-to system. When the chips are down, they'll always stick to a system. You notice any top manager, they'll always stick to a rough system. New managers, it's a bit of trial and error. And like you said, is he brave enough if you lose your first 5 games to continue playing that system?
Well, the thing is, I guess,
because we can't go and recruit loads more players if this doesn't work.
But I guess if we are going to go from the back and we're setting up as a 5-back, really. We're going to be expecting, like you say, we're going to go wing backs through the middle to Hugill and Nombe, which would make sense playing out the back. We've got if something goes wrong playing out the back, you'd expect someone to be there to cover it.
Yeah.
In that formation, you would.
Yeah.
Well, it looks that way.
We played rugby 7.5%. What did you expect?
That's not wrong.
Yeah.
That was that shots on target? Or
I was going to
that...
say, you beat me to it, John, then,
Yeah, it's strange.
What's that? Clarkson Harris's shots on target ratio. Oh, gosh.
Johnson Clark Harris last season. Jesus. I was so excited when we signed him, but that turned out to be a disaster, didn't it? He's a lovely kid, to be fair.
The kid Clark Harris is...
him. I can't. My daughter loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell me, when he was at Peterborough, he'd have been getting 7 or 8 chances a game, because that's the style of football they play. They attack. Whereas we don't really like that, and that's why it just didn't work out. Yeah. It's never worked out with Clark Harris, or has it really?
No.
And that funny thing was, he came, got captaincy, and then at Christmas, Evans says he's not fit. What's he been doing now? He's getting fit.
He had to lose weight, didn't he? He was too fat.
Which brings me on to not fit. Coyote. How on earth has this boy got a contract? Talk to me, guys. Am I seeing something different?
No.
Have you seen anything that suggests it deserves even a pay as you play? I just don't get it. I've not seen anything from him to suggest that he can, 1, play at this level, and 2, he's made out of bloody plasticine.
He's been at Rotherham since he was 16 years old, I think. And I bet there's not a season. I bet he's not done 20 games for 1 season since he was 16 to, how's he now, 24?
Around that,
yeah. I think he's about 23, 24, I think.
He went on loan, he got injured. He come here, he got injured. He went again on loan. They sent him back, he got injured. I mean, I know his contracts, it's a pay as you play deal. So
pay as you play, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll probably be getting about 500 quid a week now.
Yeah.
500 quid too much.
The only thing I can think of, and it's definitely, if this is right, it's not right at all. But I assume Hampshire, when he was the academy manager, had Coyote with him, and he's just shown him a little bit of loyalty and given him a chance. That's all I can think of.
But he's come in and Steve Evans was there, and I mean he's been here a lot before. He would have seen Coyote. Why he's got a proven injury history. It's clear. Why are we even entertaining the guy? Come into my office, have a year we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
totally agree.
Pay as you play. Just bin him off. Get him down to Park Gate or whatever.
I think we all agree with it.
Joshua, I hate to say it, Bushy, but if Cody stays fit and he uses his physicality, couldn't get that out, he'll be a monster. Just wrap him up in bubble wrap. He'll be all right.
Is that allowed on the football pitch, bubble wrap?
I think the only reason we've signed him is he'll be on nothing wages.
Yeah, it's same
homegrown kids, so I'm sure we'll have a few loyalty to him. If he just came from anywhere, he'd be gone straight away. Obviously, he even took time to sign that deal. I remember his deal were on table for about a month, and he were waiting.
It was like 6 weeks.
Nobody wanted him. So he signed. So
surprised he didn't been off to go to better pastures like Port Vale.
Oh yeah, that's where Humphries has gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
First game of season Saturday.
You see, this season.
I would expect this is where Hugo can prove himself. Hugo on Saturday, if Humphries plays, should dominate Humphries. He should do, really.
But also, isn't Hugo ex Port Vale?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So he'll score a goal then, won't he, lads?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that. It only happens against us, that though. That
I know, knowing our luck, Humphries header and we'll lose 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0, 99th minute.
Cam Humphries up for bang.
Just on that comment there, sorry, you shared, Lee. Langstaff. Again, I don't know whether he would suit Rotherham, Macaulay Langstaff. You know, that Joshua. I mean, if we signed him, okay, I guess. I don't know whether he'd suit Rotherham. He's obviously just a goal scorer. He wouldn't get involved in the build-up in play. I'm unsure on that one, to be honest. I wonder what are your thoughts with that Longstaff comment?
I don't know. Is he the ex-county lad?
Yeah, he's the one who scored all the goals for the conference. Yeah.
But then last year at Millwall, I think he only got a couple of goals. But obviously, Championship.
Exactly
that.
Exactly
very similar setup. They're wing backs. So no, he wouldn't suit Rotherham.
Seen Hugo and Humphries have had some beef.
Yeah, no, I've not seen that. Why? What's this?
Have they? Well, they're just yanking each other's chain for Saturday, though. That's the thing, isn't it?
Something about he's going to head him back of his head or something. I don't know.
I saw that, but I didn't know. Humphries tweeted he's going to head the back of Hugo's head or something. I don't think there's any malice in that. I think there's just
I think it's just ex-players. Just
a bit of banter.
Saturday, innit? Oh, first game of the season.
And then we've obviously with injuries, is this a concern for you again with players getting injured? So we've signed Benson, he's got a poor injury record. We've signed Angor with a poor injury record. We've signed Yearwood with a poor injury record.
Yeah.
We've already got McWilliams, who's got a poor injury record. And we've got Coyote, who's got a horrendous injury record.
Raga.
Is this a concern?
Raga.
Because there's so many. It reminds me, although the younger players, they're injury-prone players. And it reminds me when we signed Sean Morrison, Hall, and all them players got all injured at once, and we had no centre-backs. But this time it's in the midfield.
Yeah.
It seems a bit of a risk. I know they're younger, but over the years they haven't played.
I think that's why it's only one positive I can take from this is that we've clearly seen them in pre-season. They've gone to Portugal, which is they clearly want to be at Rotherham, right? We haven't given them 3 years. We've given them a 1-year contract. If they get injured, whatever, after Christmas because it's too cold at Roundwood, then I think we get away with it slightly. If they'd been on 2-3 years, I don't think we get away with it.
What about
I do think though that's why I don't know if any of you have looked at other like content creators' predictions for League One. I've seen a lot of creators say that they think Rotherham could finish in bottom 4, and this is the main reason. This is the main reason because they've although they've signed quality, Go, Yearwood, Benson, there's a high risk involved. And if they don't play, they have to play at least, I'd say, 30 games apiece for it to work. And if they don't, that's when you're struggling because your midfield goes from Go, Yearwood, and Benson, for example, and it goes to Kelly, Powell, and someone else, and you are struggling then, aren't you?
I'm just going to go through now the signings, and we'll show you about League One experience. So we signed Tom Cam. He come from West Brom for free. He's not played at this level.
No.
Okay?
No.
Ian Spence, Barrow on a free.
And he's already injured, isn't he, as well? He's already
in training.
Yeah.
Has he played at this level?
No.
Benson.
No.
Kean Spence from
Kean
about.
Spence.
Oh no, we're at Barrow. Yeah, League Two.
Yeah.
He were in the League Two team of the season though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right. Okay. Right, okay.
Drew Yearwood. He's been playing in Nashville.
Yeah.
He's played championship level though, Yearwood. So
Brentford.
Yeah, but he didn't play many games, did he?
he didn't play a lot, but he did play. But it's not a lot.
I think it's more. I don't think
What
it's
I'm
more
excited about, but he's injured as well, is Josh Benson. So a lot of my Barnsley friends have said that if you can keep him fit, he's going to be a signing for us.
Definitely.
But the first game he wasn't fully fit for the friendly, so I don't know what's going on. He may be carrying something. So that's
I think it was. Yeah.
Dango, we know what happened with him last season and his injury record, and he's never really played at League One. Played 2 games for us last season, got injured. We then go on to Hall, who's been playing in Hereveen, so he's not played at the level. The lad from Wolves, he's not played at the level. And then we've got one from Celtic B.
Celtic boys.
Yeah.
So he's not played at League One level. And to me, that's a concern.
Yeah. I would just the Denzel Hall though. I would argue he's played at a high level in the Eredivisie, and I'd say that's higher than League One.
But what I'm saying is, it's a different country, it's a different league, and players don't always fit in to this way of playing. So that's why you get your content creators, whatever, saying they're risk signings, because they are, because you don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed.
We've got some more comments. I think we signed these injury-prone players that they're too good for us, so we take a chance on them not getting injured.
I agree with that. I actually agree with that.
I think that's a good comment from Sean.
Yeah.
Because I think we did that with quite a few when we were in the Championship, your Cafu and stuff like that.
No, Cafu. Oh, God.
Oh, remember that pre-season game he played? Oh, we were playing Sheffield United, that pre-season game.
Sheffield, there we go.
And I thought, this guy's amazing. He was doing all these touches. He was running.
I said the same about Andre Green, funnily enough.
That goal against Sheffield United.
Yeah. Sheffield United.
Yeah, they were both running show. We're going to win league here. And then Cafu, as soon as he got cold, Cafu didn't want to know, did it?
No, it's too cold in Rotherham.
John Fellows, Crooks came from Northampton, Rathbone from Rochdale, Borlassa, Ogbene, Victor, all unproven, and we've developed those players. So, what do you think to that?
No, I completely agree. The difference in them is that we all signed them along with more experienced players in the same transfer window. I think to your point, Lee, you're right. The problem is we're signing all of them in the same time. So it's a lot bigger risk because you've got not just one who's coming in and it's a gamble. You've got 6 or 7 who are coming as gambles. Yeah. So although I do agree with John, I do think it's a different environment that we're in this year.
But I think if we compare to and it's very fresh. Evans is recruitment, so it was very scattergunned. I remember one day it was like we had 5 signings through the door. It was amazing. As a Rotherham fan, it was here we go every day. But I think this year you can see there's more strategy to the signings. There's definitely a plan being formed by Matty. Definitely bring back centre back striker. He knows we've got weaknesses. Will time tell if that's going to... The problem I have is if this goes tits up, and we're inheriting these wing-back formation and a new manager comes in, is that a formation that's a viable formation?
So I did a poll. Do you think Matt Amshaw will be here next season?
It was no, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was it? What was the result? Sorry, Lee.
So it was 70% believe he will be here.
Will? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people believe he will be here.
So that means that means that the Rotherham fans that means the Rotherham fans don't believe that relegation is a possibility then? Because if we got relegated, there's no chance he'd be here.
No, I don't know, because I believe some Rotherham fans have actually bought in to this crazy idea that if we're at the bottom end of the table, we should be happy because we're happy because Matt from Rotherham's the manager. That's where a lot of them think, yeah?
Yeah, but
even though I can physically prove, and I will get Paul Davis, he can come on, do whatever he wants. Matt Hanshaw is not a Rotherham United fan.
No.
He's a Wednesday fan,
Wednesday fan. 100%. And I'm willing to go against anybody that tells me. And then someone will post a picture of him in a Rotherham shirt because his dad's a Rotherham fan and got him a mascot. He was a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Listen to how he speaks about Rotherham. It's always they, it's not we. Okay?
The thing is that it's not up to us anyway. It's whether you think Tony Stewart. I think Tony Stewart would sack any manager who is in the bottom four at Christmas, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but then the problem is...
I'm not lowering my standards for some muppets on Twitter. Yeah, I'm expecting the same mandate that Steve Evans got. You need to be challenging for playoffs, and if you're not by Christmas, you're gone, mate. I don't care whether we've got young players. That's his choice to sign young players.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Choice.
Yeah, but is that his expectations now? Evans has not come out and said he wants title, has he now? Evans. Tony Stewart, he's not said anything this year. He's kept quiet.
That's true, actually. That is true.
He
hasn't said a lot this year, to be fair, has he?
No, because
is mid-table acceptable?
No.
I think Adam's asking because of Stewart, aren't you? You're asking.
I'm saying. What Tony Stewart's saying. Tony Stewart normally comes out pre-season. Yeah, I'm giving a massive budget. We're going for it. I've not heard anything from Tony this season.
If you he's giving him the budget that he gave Paul Warren the season we got promoted.
Yeah.
So
that says it all. Yeah.
That says it all. So it's a reduced budget, and that's what you've got to deal with. And he's still going to expect, because Paul Warren got promoted. Was it how many years ago is that? Cost of inflation. If players want to be on what they were, if you're good at your job, do you want to be what you were on 3 years ago, or do you want to be what you're on now? Yeah. Cost of it. It's just thought, and this is where the club just totally I lose it with them, because I think they're just talking waffle.
Yeah, but remember,
if you go on, John.
Tony Stewart does want us to be a Premier League team.
Yeah, I do think if you want him to Stewart in the street and you asked him, I still think he'd say, "Yeah, we're aiming to get in Championship." I think
you'd be lucky to find Tony Stewart anywhere other than a golf club and a bar.
You think we can get Tony on for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, he charges too much.
Mind you, forgot. Yeah, obviously where he lives, we'll see if we can get him at bar, do a little live stream.
Just live stream off the golf course in Portugal.
I am actually gonna try and attempt to find him and live stream him and ask him some questions that the weak Rotherham journalist that we've got then ask. I'll ask him to his face, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, I can send you his address.
I've got his address now.
I mean, his new.
Somebody in the comments has actually done that. So I am, but I wouldn't turn up at his family address. That's not really fair.
No, I mean his work address.
Yeah. But I would like to speak to him.
Yeah, won't we all? He's been very
quiet. At the end of the day, we're the paying people. Do you know what I mean? So we deserve answers of what is going on with the club. Like you say, it's not come out and give us any mandate of what we're expecting. Basically nothing. So it's
all right. We'll do a press release with advertise them next week, tugging him off in office.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, like, I get it. Like,
sorry,
I've just got that thought in my head now, and it's like,
Well, he was on the front page. I said this on Thursday, right? He was on the front page of the advertisers doing his own little smug cigar. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna. 2 years later, it's the same photo with the brighter cheeks. Well, that's what'll happen. I can guarantee he'll have an advertiser interview probably 2 weeks into
All
the season,
Davis,
because we can't get hold of him. 2 weeks into the season, we'll get a press release from him.
Yeah, it's not right, is it? But we have got weak journalists in this area, unfortunately, and I get why. I mean, I think the advertiser got banned from.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, you're right. There is some perspective to this because, like, I do think that someone from the advertiser did ask some difficult questions a few years ago, and as you said, got banned. So you got to feel a little bit for Paul Davis because he wants to keep his job at end of the day as well.
Yeah,
there is that. So I mean, I'm the same as you. I'm not a big fan of him, and I do think he could ask different questions. But yeah, I do understand that he has got a difficult job at the same time.
yeah.
Joshua says no, we'll get Douglas. Well, we may as well put a porcelain dummy outside speaking to that Nesbitt. That guy's been stealing a living for longer than I can remember. He needs calling out. I send him an email. He doesn't reply to me. Mate, you need to resign. Yeah? What part of that don't you understand? He's been stealing a living. He was the one that was with Bouvet when we nearly went bust. How has he kept his job from all that time? He couldn't run a piss up in a brewery, that guy.
What's your thoughts on Rob?
What's
your thoughts on Rob Scott? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the call? On the call?
Well, I think he's improving because obviously we seem to have. I didn't like him at first because obviously we weren't getting anything. Now suddenly we're in Holland, so I think something's happening. Is he branching out? And so I think, I'll give him his dues. He's improving this season.
Adam, I need to do some research. I'm going to check the golf courses in Holland. Tony Stewart's probably got shares in some golf course in Holland. That's why he's out there. I wouldn't take it too deep that you think there's an actual plan going off back there, because the Centenary year has been an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get on to that. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on the Centenary, what the club has produced? I think the best thing they produced was that video at the beginning. That was quite all right. But other than that,
yes, I think there's two
for me.
There's two positives in my opinion. So the video, like you said, I think that was quite a good emotional video, and I do think the kits, the kit designs are quite good. Now, typical Rotherham style, they obviously all got released, I think, late. I'm pretty sure they originally said that the first Monday would be the home one, the second Monday would be the gold one, the third Monday would be the black and white one, and we've still not got the black and white one, if I'm correct. I don't think we can still buy it. So that's not great, but I do think the design and also the design of the logo, I think, although it's quite simplistic, I think that's quite nice. So they're my positives from the club with regards to the Centenary year. I agree with everything else has been a bit of a disaster. Friendlies, they've not really communicated with fans very well. There's been issues with season tickets. So everything else has not been very good.
But that's nothing new, is it? Every season, the communication from the club is horrendous. And as well about the kits have sold out now. You can't get. So I want a large in that away kit. They're sold out. They say, "Oh, when are you getting them in?" "Oh, in a couple of months." Is
that the case? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that actually what they sold out?
Yeah, they're sold out. You can't get them now.
Adam, I've got Rotherham large away kit. You can have £100 if you want.
It's every season. I mean, I got the. I think it was that yellow and black one. Remember, it were like.
Oh yeah.
And I had to wait till November to get it because they didn't have any in. I wanted home one a couple of seasons ago. We Ferguson on back, because my missus is a big fan of Ferguson, so I thought, I'll get a kit with Ferguson on. We haven't got any use. You're going to have to wait 3 weeks till we get using.
Oh, God.
What? We're
Not
Rotherham
great.
United.
But you go to like, even when you go away games and you go to like Wigan, even Accrington, they've got a lovely bar upstairs. Club shops are massive. They've got plenty of stock in. Whoever does our merchandising and orders the kits, it's horrendous. Every season they sell out. Like I wanted them. They've got some nice shorts in at minute. They've only got size 3XL. Everything else is sold out.
I think me, and I said this to you before the podcast, Lee, is the fact it just feels like they're just draining all of the money out of the fans. There's been no real effort from the club to say what they're doing this year. We've still got things to come. We've just had an announcement today that there's a dinner for 85 quid plus VAT to go and have a little look at some TV show on the screen. Like, it just seems to be like we're giving. And I feel like maybe it's been a bit unrealistic, but maybe the fans deserve something back.
Yeah, listen, what the club do is just absolutely pathetic. I went to clubs like Reading away last season, and when you go out into the concourses, there's all sorts going off.
Yeah,
you know, there's seating area, there's big screens with clips of the games, there's stuff for the kids to do, there's loads of different food outlets, there's music on, there's face painting, and I think they do nothing at New York for the families. They've got a little shop bit that some fans can community thing in that looks like flipping Mickey Mouse has made it up, and it's just absolute shambles. Like, the match day experience is ridiculous. I tell you, the Mansfield game, they wouldn't even let me go back to my car. I had to walk this, and they were like, I said, listen, and my car's down there. And it was like, you can't walk this way. But you're letting the Mansfield fans walk that way, but we can't because we support the home team. Like, I think we're the only club that...
Oh, don't even start with that tonight. We'll be here another hour.
Worse than anybody. You know, the exit strategy, everything. The safe standing, it's for away fans, not for us. The club, like I said, Paul Douglas, mate, he needs to hand his resignation in straight away because he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He's an headless chicken, and it looks like something that's been dug up. Do you know what I mean? The guy's a mess.
Do you want to go through some comments before we finish?
Yeah. Do you want to put that comment back on, which was asking about where Rotherham will finish?
Yeah, I've got it here. Realistically, if you look at last season when the two teams that threw the kitchen sink at it, the league as owners are wanting championship as soon as possible. That weren't the one, it was this one, I think.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
From Aaron. This season is a different case. If Rotherham United used last season as a steady the ship, what's a realistic finish for Rotherham this season? And I've told you, I am not, under no circumstances, lowering my standards. He gets them promoted, or he gets the sack, or he gets to at least the playoffs. Yeah? And we have a strong season. If we are lingering mid-table or below, I don't want to know about it. Don't want the excuses. I'll tell you, the guy was a big boy, and he should have never got the job in the first place. It's just a good mate's act. We've got it all the way through the club. We've got Richard Wood, no experience. We've got Dale Tong's got a bit of experience, but let's be real, his mate's with Army, so he's got the job. It's the big mate's act, and some of them I feel are out of the depth. I'm used to I'm sure with a bib at the side of Paul Warne, and that's at end of the day. MK Don showed more ambition by getting Paul Warne, and we got his big boy,
and they've spent money as well.
And MK Don's a big favourite for League Two.
They've got a stronger squad than us in League Two. Right, let me just run through a few more before, because we're running out of time. Thank you to everybody who's commented as well. It's been absolutely fantastic. How can you get excited over a video? It's your centenary year. You deserve much more from the club. They should be doing much more for the fans. Big pre-season game, etc., is a disgrace for you. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't find a team to play. Embarrassing. Scott Kent, reason most of
he's on about the shirts, isn't he? So
I've seen fans slagging other fans off for buying a replica shirt.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like Scott says, they're ripping the fans off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For me,
at least it's not Chef Wednesday and they're not costing 75 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
it's not far off. It's 60, isn't it, ours?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
58. Yeah, you can get Wednesday shirts for 11 quid on DHgate.
Announcements are awful as well. I think he's on about the match day experience.
No, I think he means transfer signings potentially.
Oh, how they're announcing them.
Yes. The video was, what was it, arriving at Leeds Bradford Airport. Welcome.
Yeah. Job for the boys, let's face it. Yeah, agree.
Yep.
Of course, they have MK Dons have an open checkbook, but it's MK Dons. Why haven't we got an open checkbook? The chairman's not.
I agree with that. We
So,
are they the ones that got recently took over MK?
What's that, sorry?
Are they the ones that have been recently taken over by Rihanna or whatever it is?
Rihanna?
Something like that,
yeah. It's honestly, I think it is, yeah. I think they've been taken over by Rihanna, yeah. Well,
is
she's in a consortium,
Yeah, is it not still for you to Incleman then, or whatever his name was?
No, it's a consortium with Rihanna. Yeah, that's why they've got an open checkbook.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of the show. Has anybody got anything else before we go? I just want to say thank you to everybody in the comments and everybody that's liked, shared, and subscribed and all that good jazz. We will be returning on Thursday, but that's for everybody. It's not just based on Rotherham on Thursday. But thank you again for watching. Has anybody got any final words before we drop our intro out?
Do you want to just quickly go out room and get everyone's prediction for Rotherham? So where do you think they'll finish next season? Do that
Adam,
quickly.
Yeah, Adam, where do you think we're going to finish?
Mid-table.
Bloody hell.
He's not wrong. 10th.
I'm going 15th.
Yeah, Bushy, what's yours?
Well, I predict to finish third. Yeah.
Flipping it. If we finish third.
This new signing that we're signing is got to be like Ronaldinho or something. You know what I mean?
But Bushy, you don't support Rotherham. You don't support Rotherham at third.
No, I don't go to games either because I'm scared that I'll get beat up apparently. So I don't go to games either. But there you go. But thank you again for everyone for watching. Obviously, we're going to drop the outro, should I say, and we will be back on Thursday. Cheers. Cheers.